The rays of a setting sun fill the chapel along with the lilting notes of a Tota Pulchas, a hymn for the Virgin Mary. Listening to Neva's familiar voice, my heart is soothed by the unchanging melody, tone, and rhythm. The gift I inherited from my mother means I can generally learn something after seeing someone experiencing it just once. Having something inspire me with the same feeling of freshness even when I've already experienced it before, therefore lends itself a new value. Cooking, photography, singing. I guess I joined the choir club so I could listening to her voice. Being able to pick things up so quickly means I grow bored of them equally fast. No matter how many times I hear this song, I never tire of it. Although I do experience a sense of deja vu, I can still listen to it forever. Now, try copying me and singing it like I did. Singing ceases, my mouth curls up in a smile, as she utters an instruction in line with what I've just been thinking. I inadvertently voice my disappointment at the end of a song, and Neri gives me a little side-eye. Then... I'll be right back. With that, she exits the chapel, as though to seek avoid my gaze. No, it's more than that. So clearly putting distance between us. It's totally obvious. She did the same before too. The choral club will form together as a choir at Christmas Mass. I tried to approach Nave for some guidance, but... So, about this scale. I'm sorry. Please ask someone else. At least she actually responded to me this time. I tried asking her if I'd do something wrong. You're really putting it all into this, Noel. I say your singing really touched my heart. Although her eyes seemed desperate to convey something, she gracefully walked away from me without saying a word. Wish I could click my heels together for some help. And what do you need help with? Sharp-eared Rikakun picks up on Whisper and now blinks at me innocently. That's from a wonderful Wizard of Oz. You haven't heard of it? You're supposed to click your heels together 3 times. I have read it, but I thought there were slippers were a way for us to return home. Natural question, but to me, to us, those silver slippers instead equal protection. They're pinky promise we made as kids. Right now, no one's coming to save me, no matter how many times I click my heels. Yatsuhiro Senpai? I heard you, but even I have some things I prefer to keep to myself. Oh, of course. She glances back at her chapel entrance, which Neri has since left. Although, I suppose it's a pretty obvious thing to strain between me and Neri. Have you had a falling out with Kamikado Senpai? Juggling a forthright question, I find myself falling back into old habits. Yeah, we had a big fight. Oh no, why? I guess calling her to my room at night and pushing her down on my bed was too crude of an approach. Huh? It's my fault for not setting her mood. Guess maybe she's mad at me for coming on way too strong. Playing as if it's so typical dandy, I reached out and teased her braids with a finger. For a moment she seems dazed when... You're lying. You're messing with me, aren't you? You're so easy to tease. She bats at my chest and I smile, generally moved by her kindness. Suppose when it comes down to it, I'm the one at fault. I'm such an oaf. Totally ignorant of when it comes to matters of the heart. That's why she's pissed at me. No way, you're a true gentleman. Can't help but chuckle at the irony knowing owned to me in a choice of that masculine word. I'm not just trying to make you feel better, I think you're very caring and gentlemanly. You helped Suoh and I out countless times. You think so? But everyone wolf in sheep's clothing. Maybe just fake kindness. Right, grin bear. I kept my promise to Suoh-kun, I'm even considering I'm reneging out entirely. No way. I don't believe. Smiling as she attempts to defend me, I cut her off. It's well known that a Prince of Darkness himself is the utmost gentleman. I should be speaking of a devil in a church. Poor Rika-kun looks at a loss for words. My bad, that was mean. I reach out to wind a finger through her luscious braids, although she flushes. She doesn't flinch or pull back from me. Out of consideration for me, I suppose. Still, it just seemed a little bit late for that. When Ringo and I first got together, it was like the air between Neri and I stagnated, though no one but us could sense it. Sure, there had been a sense of discomposure, but she hadn't let anything like it show in her language or behaviour. Which is probably why the rest of the school had felt sorry for her, taking a more outwardly hostile stance towards me and Ringo on her behalf. Why is she avoiding me now? I feel like I need to repent. Gazing at the image of Christ through his eyes closed, I let out a long sigh. Oh, I was cooking, was it? You can't make an omelette without cracking eggs. Think of a line from a movie, All the King's Men. I'd give my frying pan a shake. It was originally from some French proverb, I think. To cook it more effectively, I had some mayonnaise to the mixture when I was beating the eggs. Apparently it stops it from hardening as soon as it's on the heat. Makes the egg nice and fluffy, but... guess one of those things that really meant to build on a past success. Shaking my pan again, I use a pair of long chopsticks to stir up the omelette mixture of an egg, cream, butter, mayo and pepper. My eyes are fixated on the pale yellow liquid in the pan. My mind's eye only sees her. When I think about why she's avoiding me, my chest aches unbearably. The scariest vision of the future is one where this leads to a slow decoupling from her. It's a tale old as time. A pair of best friends forever go off in their separate ways to university. They can't be bothered to call each other and gradually stop meeting in person. Relationship dying a slow but natural death. Can't believe how deeply that hurts. Feeling down over the situation, I tried trotting her negative qualities in an attempt to reduce my feelings for her. She's kind to everyone, which leads to indecisiveness. She takes too long doing her hair in the mornings, that kind of thing. When I focus on her shortcomings, not one of them truly spoils a whole. In fact, it simply serves to shine an even brighter light on her strengths. Senpai! What? She out of my ear, directs my gaze from her thoughts back to my omelette. The yellow mixture is burned, darkening to a shade where somewhere between brown and black. Ah, crap. Lifting a pan off her heat, I slide a blackened form of omelette onto a plate. The burnt scent emanates from its charred remains seems to represent my inner anguish. Oh dear, I guess I should have snapped you out of your thoughts earlier. Okay, Ichigo. Appears around me with a plate. Not at all. You averted the catastrophe. Thanks, Ichigo-kun. Were you making egg rolls? Looking at a friendly, smiling face, I tell it was supposed to be an omelette. I guess as much of a fact that both showed up at cooking club today, but it looked like my sisters have patched things up. Ringo's leaning forward, regarding the disaster before me. Looks like you needed some help with that, Senpai. Ringo will teach you. Declares, beckoning her sister over. So you messed up your egg rolls. No, it's an omelette. There's absolutely nothing that feels off about our interactions. I've definitely made up. Then, this means it's no longer appropriate for me to interact with Ringo publicly myself. Previously I felt everyone tense up whenever I spoke to Ringo out in the open, but now things are back on how they were before. Could she have all seen this when she instigated a werewolf bell tower incident? Ichigo Sasaki-kun is one smart cookie. Gotta change perceptions. Yuzuriha senpai? Are you that traumatized by your omelette getting burned? Nah, it's just like I was wondering how to go about eating it. No, you can't possibly eat it. Oh no, but maybe slapping it with ketchup. Ichigo-kun flaps her hand in front of my face, seeming disgusted by her sister's suggestion. Still, it's silly little back and forth. I'm kind of relieved. Using my special skill, I peer through Ichigo-kun's windows. You're hiding something. What did you say? Oh, anyway, we're cooking trouble preparing the food for Christmas celebrations, right? What do you want to make, Senpai? Waving her arms around exaggeratedly, she hurriedly cuts me off. Perhaps she thought I was going to bring up a werewolf. Maybe something light that's easy to whip up. Go along with her obvious attempt to change the subject. Something like then sandwich or something? That sounds like a dish even I could manage. Personally, I like open sandwiches with ham and avocado. Between 2 slices of bread, I'll eat anything. I don't discriminate. Except tuna. We're both grinning broadly at our banter. The cooking club room was filled with laughing voices as I continued working on my chosen dish. Except... she's still waiting, isn't she? As I look across the room, there's just one person who's standing awkwardly apart. Well, she has a right to be pissed. Think you could teach me how to make a proper omelette? Of course, but, must have caught my glance, her eyes also flicking Suoh-kun's direction. Would it be better to ask Suoh-chan? Right, after all, she's your cooking teacher. Stop Ichigo-kun before she can call out to her. Did this thing happen between you two? Ringo asks, ever perceptive. For a moment I'm unsure how to answer. Due to particular circumstances, I'm about to go back and I promise. It's my fault. I settle on showing a fragment of a truth. I promise? So I go to talk to her and try to tell the misunderstanding personally? Hardly a misunderstanding, it's very clear cut. I'll handle this for myself, don't worry. Thanks though. But I can't tell you why, but from Suoh-kun's perspective, it seems like I lied to her. Lied? Ringo repeats a word and burrows it way into my ears. The twins exchange a guilty look. I'm distracted by the bleakness in Suoh-kun's eyes as she stares at me. Inside my heart, I call out for my best friend. You can't get away from yourself moving from one place to another. An Ernest Hemingway quote runs through my mind. Wiping a fog from my glass, I gaze out the window. I'm scarcely seeing the scenery outside, though. It's like my feelings towards Nerik and Jill to form a film over my eyes. How should I face up to Nerik Kamikado? My heart is torn with conflicting emotions, merely from having her act differently towards me. Even though I'm dating Ringo, is the fact my heart sinks into such turmoil itself a betrayal of her? However, Neri and I share a bond that's hard to break. I can't imagine cutting her off and going our separate ways as separate people. At some point along the way, we blended together like twins sharing one soul. Having finished dancing, my body is rapidly losing heat. Strangely distant from myself, I objectively observe how my sweat is cooling me down, and then I might catch a cold. In the quiet pad of footsteps across the other silent room, the film was abruptly wiped from my eyes. Recognise those footsteps. I'm sorry, Sister Basket. Realising she'd come to lock up and was about to speak to me, I beat her to a punch. Why are you apologising? Because I made more work for you. She shakes her head. Something seems to be troubling you. For a moment I'm wary, thinking she did what I do, and peered into a room behind my eyes. And I smirked to myself, realising how angsty I must have looked, staring out a window. No, there's nothing troubling me. One must not allow guilt to shake one's faith. A smile fades at me immediately in my response. I peek into her own windows. As usual, the curtains are shut tight. You feel bad about revealing something you promised to keep to yourself. For a second, I have no idea what she's talking about. Remember later? I realised she was referring to a thing about Dorma Katabami. I'm sorry for breaking my promise. I was just desperate to clear my best friend's name. It's fine. Dorma Katabami, Tama, must have struggled not saying anything herself. After all, she did break the rules, even if it was for a good cause. A smile can melt even the iciest of hearts. A smile like that would have moved me when I was younger. But I can't trust anyone who won't invite me into their own room. Smile widely at the curtains pulled across her eyes. Thank you. I feel better now if you'd excuse me. Is there anything else you wish to confess? I'm momentarily flustered. It's impossible to get a read on her emotions. She's similar to me and I don't like that, but... Like me, huh? Have you ever truly loved someone, Sister Basquiat? I've thrown her. I see the curtains twitch, but still, I can't see into the room. Someone you do anything for. I have God. Deep in her eyes, I feel like I catch a glimpse of something holy yet terrifying. Something I shouldn't have seen. Never mind. This is a problem I have to solve on my own. I'm sorry for asking such a weird question. As I bow my head to her and take my leave, I see her cross herself. I can almost see an image of my best friend superimposed on her, chilling my frozen body even further. I'm such an idiot. Muttering to myself, I scroll through the photos of my camera. Trying to talk about my homosexuality with a devoutly Christian nun has definitely been the wrong call. My distraction? I end up imagining some pretty impolite things. After a silent apology as I gaze at a collection of scenic photos, then... As though travelling back in time to a day was taken, I wrote a photo of me and Neri. A photo from when the Council of Nicaea elections are kindly taken by the Kirk. It was only half a year earlier. Feels like a scary long time ago. In a photo, I'm frowning at something behind the camera woman, when Neri appears to be smiling joyously at the same thing. What was it? A photographic memory, yet I can't remember this. I reacted openly to it, but her instruction for us to stand close together had really agitated me. Touching Neri's shoulder, her body in front of everyone had really thrown me for a loop. Even though I always enjoyed our bodies would touch each other when we sat chatting together. There in the library beneath the slanting rays of a dying sun, staring at its image of my best friend, I feel completely alone. Like the Tin Woodman without his heart, with a chasm yawning open in my chest. So you like photography? Feel like I'm still in a dream, I turn sluggishly in the direction of a voice. Takasaki-kun. Oh, am I disturbing you? No. I'm just staring off from a distance. You here to borrow a book for Yaegaki-kun? I was thinking of picking up something for myself. Do you have a hobby to share with your amity partner? There's no affection to her smile as she nods. While she never really beams, her smile somehow reminds me of Neri's. Yaegaki-kun's got it made, huh? Are you not here for a book, since you're here playing with your camera? Looks over at the librarian's desk. Shirahane-san's not on duty today, is she? That's exactly why I've come, isn't it? Sanasura Shirahane's name startles me. Yet another girl and what I'm having issues with. I'm not really in the mood for reading right now. We're taking photos of the academy, so I just stopped in here for a little rest. I see. She stares intently at the camera in my hands, but shakes her head when I hold it out to her. The fact you're into photography seems really fitting somehow. How do you mean? I mean, you seem like you have an artistic temperament. Like you'd be a fancy female photographer. I can see that. Seeing traces of Neri in her smiling face, I gently straighten my camera. Truth is, I didn't enjoy taking photos to start with. In turn, it reflects on how heavy the equipment is and how it's generally seen as a masculine hobby. What made you pick up a camera? My mum. Your mother? You mean your mother loved photography, so you decided to try it too? Shaking my head, I tell her it was quite the opposite. My mum hated photos, both taking them and being the subject of them. I don't know a single portrait of my family photo featuring her. So you decided to take photos because you thought she'd be less resistant to her daughter to taking them? No. My mother died when I was young. It was only after that I got into photography. My memories of my mother are all inside my head, but that's not normal, right? Most people would have at least make sure there's a photo of them if her daughter had left behind. Yashiro senpai. I take photos because I want to leave behind some kind of proof that I was really here. Our memories paint things in either a better or worse light than reality. That still applies even to me, with my photographic memory. I'm sorry for getting all depressing on you. I've never spoken to us about anyone before. The twilight room, the ghost of naming the girl before me. That made me unusually loose-lipped. Not at all. I'm glad you shared it with me. Despite my heavy confession, I just laid on her. She's still smiling at me in that way that reminds me of Neri. Since you shared something with me, I'll tell you about this. I used to hate this academy. Because it's like a prison? No, because I didn't like being away from my parents. Realising that she'd chosen to share something private and personal with me, I sat up straight and looked at her in the eye. My parents should live to work. They couldn't handle a normal family life. Reminds me of my own father. I neglected you? I used to think so, that's why I entered the entertainment world. I thought if I became a famous ballet dancer, I'd finally pay attention to me. But instead they shipped you off here. Yeah. At first I was rejected, thinking I'd failed. I thought they must not care about me at all. All I wanted to do was recover and get out of it as quickly as possible. Recover? That word sticks out to me, but being sensitive to interrupt, so I decide not to ask. But through a recitation of a ballet recital, experiencing so many things here at the academy, it changed my mind. Realise that, as well as recovering from my illness, my parents wanted me to have a normal school life. The gentle rays of her sun softened to a smile. I found myself nodding along unconsciously. My empathy partner taught me how to see things that way. Yaegeki-kun is your guardian angel. Yep. From a bright response and the way she's behaving, I realise that Takisaki-kun's trying to get close to me. Just like your empathy partner wanted for her. And sharing the secrets of her past with me is proof of that. Hey Takisaki-kun, what would you do for the two things you desperately wanted? May go after both. We can only have one of them. She placed her index finger to her perfectly formed lips, giving my question serious consideration. Her gaze grew sharper than usual, like she was regarding something with disdain. I know exactly what she's going to say as well. She's going to say she still wants to go for both. You're saying that you can't choose between them, but both are of equal value? They're both so important to me, I've never even thought to compare them, but I suppose an implication was buried into my question. If I was in a situation where we really had to choose, then I wouldn't waver. I'd follow my heart. Even if someone got hurt in the process? To borrow some choice words from mutual acquaintance? You can't please everyone. Everyone's scared to take the first step. But if you never take it, you'll end up rooted in the same spot forever. But isn't that the only way to make sure no one gets hurt on either side? Takisaki Kanzansu reminds me of a line from my favourite movie. She has every right to mess up her own life. Those words from Amelie. So it's a case of don't think do, huh? If I keep going like this, it'll eventually eat me up inside. After thanking her, I think it's okay to take a photo, and she nods. Yeah, I'll make a good one. You can take good photos of something ugly, but you can't take a bad photo of something pretty. Such a Yagaki kind of thing to say, but I can't help but smirk. Focusing on a beautiful figure, set aglow by a setting sun. I click the shutter. A memory is added to a gaping hole inside of me, helping to fill it up ever so slightly. A single photo warms me and lends me resolve to face up to those girls. I've called Ringo Sasaki out to St. Joseph, both to celebrate his sprain being fully healed, and to tell her how I feel. I think that's probably a good point to end this episode. Well, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.